beautiful Callaway Gardens in Pine Mountain, Georgia. It's the Chevy Trucks 44th Masters, presented by GM Vortec Engines. Hello, everybody. I'm Art Eckman. Traditionally, the Masters invites the greatest water skiers in the world, and this year, no exception, as we expect all kinds of action on the water, as well as tremendous drama. Joining us, Dave Benzel. And Dave, how do you get the invite?
Well, it's interesting because in many competitions, how many people you bring is important. Not here. It's the quality of the people you bring. To be here, you have to have won against your competitors somewhere on the waters of the world. We'll see skiers from 8 different countries competing in slalom skiing, trick skiing, and the exciting ski fly event.
And for wakeboarding, we can't forget that, Jeff Barton.
Art, the wakeboarders definitely recognize that it's an accolade all in itself to step on that starting dock and to put on their bib. But once they take to that water, they recognize it is time to go out there and apply their chosen profession, and they really want to put on the best show possible for those joining us along Robin Lake.
Besides the action on the water, we'll also see the non-competitive events that make this such a beautiful weekend here at Callaway Gardens.
Coming to the Masters is really important to me. It's this is my 11th year, I think. I have to go back and count, but I'd think it would get easier, and it's actually getting harder. Actually on the water, the nerves aren't as much as they used to be when I was, first time here. But there's so many other things that I'm involved with behind the scenes and getting everything ready, and this year has been the most. We came here a week early, and I saw everything getting set up. And in the past years, I just showed up, and it was just like, wow, this is amazing, and I had all those butterflies. And now it's, there's so many other things. Just to have this event is just, it's a huge effort to come off, and I mean, it is an amazing tournament. And for me, it's important for me to go out and prove that I'm, still skiing well, and that's what's hard, is to make sure that everyone expects you to do well, and you want to follow through and be there for everybody. And that's a little bit difficult, but being here is really important. It's a great tournament. It's an experience. Crowds are great this year, and I just look forward to doing well.
At this year's Masters, trick skiing was highly anticipated. But on the water, the rest of the boys did not have enough to overcome the great performance of Nicolas Laforestier. And, of course, the Chevy Trucks Masters Water Ski Tournament is just one of the many highlights at Callaway Gardens. Men's trick time. And it's Jarrett Llewellyn, the Canadian, 31 years old, one of the sport's great overall champions.
At 5'6", 145 pounds, this guy has a perfect dashing body style for this event. He cramps so many tricks into these 20 seconds. They go by so quickly, I'm not sure how the judges call them. He stays right over his ski. This is his toe hold pass, obviously, but watch his hand pass. He's got all kinds of tricks here.
He has a personal best of 10,820.
Moving quickly into the flip section. There's the front flip. There's number 2. Here's 3. He's going to start doing with a twist now. There's number 4. The reverse twisting again. There's number 5. 6 flips in this pass. Unbelievable.
5-time U.S. Masters overall champion. And look at the score, 10,740.
Jared, there are days when the trick skier just feels locked in, and you look locked in today. I mean, there wasn't a bobble anywhere in either pass.
All these guys are tricking unreal, and I came into this event trying a new run. I've used the same run for years, and it's always treated me really good. But the guys now, the level's gone up in the last couple of years. And these guys are tricking over 11 with a bobble. In this round, I just went a little bit fast because I knew I had it. And when I just went for it, I felt more comfortable than yesterday when I tried to go a little bit easy.
Next up for the men's tricks, Jimmy Seamers from Round Rock, Texas, a 21-year-old who was the runner-up last year at the Masters with 10,680 points.
Physically, he's built very much like Jarrett Llewellyn. Short, compact, and pound for pound, very strong. Oh, he goes down on a toe hold trick, and that's going to be a very costly mistake. The beginning of the run was pretty smooth. Toe 7, toe 5 back. He's wrapping in and out, seems to be under control, and then loses it.
A tough break for the junior from Arizona State. Only 2,610 points. Let's see how he reacts to it. Great focus, though.
All right, going into some very hard ski line tricks, then the front flip, now a whole series of flips, and he's going to try to make up some time, maybe gain an extra trick on the end of this pass. Look how quickly he's moving from trick to trick. I don't know if he can gain enough ground. That was a very poor score in the first pass.
He's doing his darndest, though.
Yeah.
An outstanding comeback try, a tremendous second pass.
Look at the height he gets on his flips. He's way up in the air. This is his forte, how he does his flips.
I certainly admire Jimmy's comeback try in that second pass. Dave?
Jimmy, this shows that one mistake can be fatal, right? One little mistake.
That's trick skiing for you, you know. I had everything going really, really well, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting in the drink just not knowing what to do. Now the ski lines, the flips, all that's pretty easy for me. Actually, the trick I went down on is the one that I've been having problems with, but yeah, I didn't expect to fall on it in the tournament, so hand pass is pretty easy, though.
Well, I guess you'll be back next year.
I will be, hopefully.
Really, it's a family sport. It goes back to my parents. We got started. My father enjoyed the sport, and when we were young, he got us all started and started tournament skiing, and we've been doing it ever since. A lot of it here is consistency because the conditions are kind of tough, and usually in the prelims and the finals there's a lot of pressure. But everybody's skiing so good now that really you need the consistency, but you need it all. So it ends up to be a go-for-it situation either way. There's a lot of pressure out there, and you don't want to miss the cut. Everybody wants to go to Sunday. Everybody wants to ski good on Sunday. I'm a little more high-strung, so I bounce around a little bit, but I just try to stay calm and relax in my mind, and just go out there and have some fun and try to ski the way I can ski.
On the water, a living legend, Corey Picos, who brought to the trick event a new style, and he's won 10 U.S. Master Championships.
He is a precise machine. Watch the rope control. Never any slack in the line. He is a master at how he wraps in and wraps out, always controlling the line so he can go quickly from one trick to the other.
A 24-time world record holder.
Ski line back-to-back and reverse right down to the very end. Look at the pull that he must use on that with his leg to get over the rope. Here's the handheld pass. Again, over the line, his first two tricks. Oh, unintentionally crossed the wake here. He's in trouble. He lost a lot of time there. Now he's going to have to make it up. Remember, these are the hardest tricks in the book. You cannot afford to fall here. His series of flips, landing just outside the wake, coming right back in. Next flip, and going down on the 7 back-to-back, but it was right at the end of the pass.
Corey Picos, whose personal best of 11,930 won't be reached on this one.
Corey, it looks like during the hand pass, one little unintentional wake crossing may have been expensive.
Yeah, it really was. I tried to get my toe pass, hand pass. I really tried to get a stronger pace going and be real deliberate. But the water's moving. It got me moving a little bit, and the combination was just enough to come up short.
Corey Picos, our new leader for the #1 and #3 ranked trick skiers in the world to shoot at. Coming up next on the Chevy Trucks 44th Masters, presented by GM Fortec Engines.
America's horse. From the days of the Wild Wild West comes the legend of the
Fortec Engines, and by Nautiques by Correct Craft. Life is short. Live it. But we've got the #1 trick artist in the world. He has the world record of 12,120 points, Nicholas Leforestier.
He has tricked over 12,000 points, more than anyone else so far in the world. He is a high flyer. He moves quickly, and he is very consistent. When he is on the water against Corey Picos, either one could win. But the last couple of years, it has gone to Nicholas. He is very determined. Look at this. Holy smokes. He used every possible part of that 22nd pass.
He's one of the skiers who changes equipment between passes.
He has one ski for this pass, his handheld pass, and a different ski for the toe pass. Oh, you could really see him advance up over that line.
Nicholas, a 5-time Chevy Trucks Masters champion.
He's got to be feeling some pressure here. You know he's got to stand up. Ooh, a little bobble there. Recovered nicely. Back over his ski again now. Starting to move quickly, and yet not too fast. He's got to keep the pace up, but not get careless. Remember, one fall, and he will lose this championship. Doing some of the hardest tricks of the run, and he feels a great sense of relief. Now, will it be enough to beat Corey?
Will he add the Masters title to the Moomba title that he won earlier this year? Dave's with him now.
Nicholas, congratulations. Your 6th Masters trick title, 3rd in a row, and yet it appears that very few points separated you from 2nd place.
Yeah, I thought that I had enough margin to make it like a big win on that tournament, considering the other skiers didn't do too well before me. So I just stood up an easy pass. Apparently the judges must have taken a couple of tricks in my run, but I had enough like security on the safety on that, so they could take one trick and would still win. So hopefully they're not going to change the score anymore, and that's the 6 victories. That's good. I love that tournament.
Well, congratulations for being so consistent year after year.
Thank you.
So Nicholas Leforestier once again takes the gymnastics event of water skiing. It takes courage and determination to win this next event, but what else would you expect from someone flying 280 feet over the water?
The Masters is one of the biggest tournaments. It's ski flying, it's something different, it's the pavilion, it's all the people, it's the main, it's the main event, all the sponsors are here, big crowd, and it's America. It's a huge event. I love it. It's my first time here, and I was here as a junior 8 years ago, and now I'm here ski flying, and I love it. I got started 15 years ago because my brother was skiing. He's 6, 7 years older than I am. Older brother, I wanted to do whatever he did. I wanted to do. I still want to do whatever he does. And that's how I got into it, and just couldn't let it go once I got underwater. I guess nerves plays a big role here at the Masters with the pavilion and the atmosphere being so tense as it is. I go through my routines. We got things we can do everywhere we go, and I go through that, and that's how I handle my nervousness and just kind of focus on myself. I got to do the same thing no matter where I am, even if it's the Masters, and that's how I try to look at it.
The Masters isn't so mired in tradition that they haven't experimented over the years. For instance, they've taken the traditional jump event and they call it ski fly, and for good reason.
Oh, man, because do they fly. When you take the boat speed for the men and raise it from 35 miles an hour to 45, flatten out the ramp just a little bit, make it a little longer, and lengthen the rope, amazing things can happen.
One of the pioneers of ski fly, Scott Ellis. He's from Florida, 31 years old. They call him Rocket Man.
Well, his little rockets were shaky coming into the ramp that time. You could see that right ski was fluttering. It was not steady in the water. 233 feet, well off the mark of what Scott's capable of.
He unveiled his tremendous sense of humor when filling out his bio. Under occupation, he said misfit.
There he goes. That was a better jump, but he's still not hitting the lift. Had some speed, but he needs both. You can see right here, watch how his legs never get fully extended. He's leaving some distance on the ramp.
One more try. Hang time 2.7. Exit speed 71.3 miles an hour.
Watch him build speed slowly at first and then really accelerating right here into the base of the ramp. This is a better jump.
Yes, he's going to like this one.
Finally.
Almost 3 seconds of hang time. He exited the ramp at 72.8 miles an hour. And that's got to be a great jump.
Well, he hopes it is, because when you wait till the third and final to get a good jump off, he had to be feeling a lot of pressure. I think he's exhausted.
Oh, it's on the scoreboard, 279.
Well, he did wait to the last jump. What a relief.
and his mom, Jennifer, along with his dad. Let's check it out.
Well, everything came together there. You could see his back was straight as he hit the top of the ramp. That allows for that vertical lift to work for you.
Jared Llewellyn, the current world record holder at 299 feet. That's only a foot short of a football field. He's coming up next. Stay with us.
I've been coming to the Masters for a very long time. It's a prestigious event. It's so special when every time you come to Robin Lake, and then to have the ski fly at it as well, with the big prize money, with such a prestigious event, and it just puts everything together. And then the atmosphere with the crowd in the pavilion just makes it even more special. Yeah, you always like to come into the Masters with a lot of confidence, and it's important in your training that every day you focus anyway. But coming up to the Masters, because it's so special, you're always focusing, you're picturing yourself on Robin Lake, and you're also like your mental side as well. You're always picturing things just a little bit better leading up to the Masters.
Jared Llewellyn qualified at 270. He's got to do better than that to win the gold today. Both Curtis Shears and Scott Ellis have posted skyfly numbers better than 270.
Whoa, and he rocks out on his first jump. Now that's what we call being on your heels. Coming into the ramp, sitting back so that the skis go forward and out from under you. Remember, the ramp is slipperier than the water. And at 70 miles an hour, you better be on your skis right.
Let's call it a warm-up for Jared.
Well, you can see here he comes in and he sat back right before the ramp, just in an instant. And that's all it takes to have really a wasted jump.
The 32-year-old was injured in New Zealand earlier this year, but has fully recovered.
Watch this approach now. He's going to stay up on the balls of his feet, accelerating into the ramp so he can push straight up. Oh, this is a huge jump. This is way out there, and that's how quickly fortunes can change.
A 3.1 hang time, and of course, the family is in the house, and they're cheering him on.
Well, the crowd loved that one because there was such a dramatic difference in the float time and the distance.
He's able to take advantage of the air conditions. 280 feet. That's the new standard. Let's see if he can improve on it on his final jump now.
Here's jump number 3. Great acceleration. Whoa, he got a little bit of an upper body crush this time. The legs were kicking, but the chest fell into the ramp.
It looked like he was shot out of a rocket this time. Freddie Krueger out on the water. Winter Gardens, Florida, 28 years old.
And he starts off aggressively. No holding back for Freddie. This guy is a veteran. He has won the Masters enough times to know that it's usually a shootout between himself and Jared.
3-time world record holder, 3-time Masters champion. He qualified at 279.
There you see that beautiful form again. Much like Jared, he really presses hard in right at the base of the ramp, because the tighter the line, the easier it is to stay on their toes.
Has a personal best of 293 in ski flying.
Whoa, there's another big jump. He has the most explosive vertical lift of anybody in the field. His vertical jump on the basketball court, this guy can slam dunk the ball. Scott Ellis, Jarrett watching, standing by just to see, can this guy poke one out over 280?
He needs 3 more feet to get that 280 here on the 3rd try.
Whoa, no! Whoa! Tips dropping, coming right off the top of the ramp. Big trouble. That is a huge crash. We're talking 270 feet out on your head. Watch carefully here. He loses this ski very quickly, and once the air catches it, there it goes. Left one goes first, then the right one. Big tumble. And that water feels like concrete. Upper body crushed, and then it's as if he sprung anyway. The skis came off early. That's a good sign.
Well, Dave, you're down at the dock where there's a great concern for Freddie Krueger. And he's coming off the dock now. Looks like he might have a sore ankle, but goodness, the way he hit.
I'm sure he's shaken up.
And Dave, you're with our winner now.
Jared, we just saw a spectacular crash there as Freddie went out, and I know that every bone in your body hurts to see that. But on the other hand, congratulations for a big win.
Thanks. That's definitely not how I wanted it to happen. You know, not a lot of guys, just with the training and being rolly here, have gone to 45 miles an hour. And Scotty actually went up for the finals, went to go for it. And this boat is so strong.